WSTB Clarksville. Hey everybody, welcome to today's session at St. Bethlehem's United Methodist Church with Pastor Richard Wesley and co-host Ashley Kettle. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to WSTB Clarksville. I'm Richard Wesley and I'm here in the studio with our co-host Ashley Kettle. Hi Ashley.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm all right, and you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm excited about telling our folks what's going on this weekend. Now, in the traditional worship service, this is May the 12th at 9 a.m., the theme is going to be Christian living. The story comes out of the Gospel of John, and the story talks about a festival. And it's the festival of dedication. And if you're used to the Hebrew portion of our Bibles, you may stop and say, I don't remember that festival. Yeah, you wouldn't, because it's not in the Hebrew scriptures, what we call the Old Testament. This is actually the festival of Hanukkah. Now, Hanukkah doesn't play into the actual story, but I do like to point it out because it is a reference to what we know today as Hanukkah. The actual story is the Jewish leaders come to Jesus and say, all right, look, just tell us plainly, are you the Messiah or not? And Jesus insists that he's already told them very clearly. And when you read the story, you realize that Jesus is saying his actions are speaking louder than his words. And he says, your actions are not. It's a great story we're going to look at this weekend. It's a story on living our lives as Christ intends us to live them. It's New Song Sunday, and we are going to sing, we're going to learn my favorite hymn. Now, in the next service at 11 o'clock, the Exploring Life service, we are starting our Revelation Bible study. We're going to begin with kind of an overview, or an introduction, I guess is better than saying an overview. And we may even get into the first chapter this week. We'll see how that goes. But one of the things that I'll be pointing out is what we can expect to locate in the Revelation. For example, the word tribulation, it's used only one time in the whole book. The word Armageddon, used only one time in the whole book. And that's going to surprise some people when we get there and see what doesn't happen. Antichrist, you've heard all about the Antichrist in the Revelation. Nah, there's no Antichrist in the Revelation. Just simply doesn't exist. And that rapture thing, there's no rapture in the Revelation. In fact, there's no rapture anywhere in the Bible. So, we are going to begin this Sunday at 11 o'clock with our verse-by-verse walk through the Revelation. You don't want to miss that. All right. Now we come to the time that I look forward to. Ashley, what do you have for us this week?
Well, last week, if you remember, I did my top 5 80s sitcoms.
Yes, I do remember. And I remember that I knew what a couple of them were.
Well, this week, we're going to talk about my top 5 1-hour 80s shows.
Okay, so your sitcoms are kind of like a half-hour program.
Funny, comedy,
situation
comedies.
Situation comedies.
Well, these are like dramas. I do have a couple of night soap operas and one soap opera that I grew up on and watched for many, many years. But
Did JR survive it is what I wanted to know. But go ahead.
Well, that is on there, but my number 5.
I might know these better than the sitcoms.
Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, I love Murder, She Wrote. Yes, Jessica. What was her name?
Angela Lansbury played her.
I love Murder, She Wrote. Okay.
Days of Our Lives. That was the daytime soap opera that my grandmother watched, and I grew up on that one.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever saw it, but I certainly recognize the name of that one.
I watched it well into my high school years and later.
Oh, wow.
I don't watch it now because, well, they're just silly now. Number 3, Dallas.
JR, there you go. Don't know again. I don't know that I ever watched it, but who didn't know about JR?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Number 2, Falcon Crest.
I've heard of Falcon
Yes.
Crest. I had friends that they would get together for girls' parties and they never missed. Never missed Falcon Crest. Never
My
missed.
number 1, and I recently rewatched this on Netflix. Magnum PI.
Magnum PI.
It is just as good this time around as it was back then. Maybe even better. I can
Magnum
appreciate
PI.
Magnum a little bit better these days.
Well, okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, we are learning a little bit about what makes Ashley
Tick.
Ashley. Well, I don't want to miss what you got for us next week. So,
We'll just have to wait till next week.
you don't want to miss what she's got for us next week either. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be exciting and good. So, thank you for sharing those with us. Well, this concludes today's episode of WSTB Clarksville. Say goodbye, Ashley.
Goodbye, Ashley.
Goodbye, Ashley. We'll see you next time. Yeah, Magnum PI. Did he have that funny mustache? Is that the one?
He had a mustache. I'm not going to say that it was funny.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking about
wasn't
Tom
he-
Selleck now. I mean, come on.
What is it? Tom Selleck? Is that who it was?
Selleck,
Yeah. I know it was. I know it was one of those misshaped guys that.
Yeah.
Ouch! Did you just kick me?
In my head, yeah. It's the velvet. It's that voodoo doll I have of you.